What's up, guys? I'm back again. Got a haircut. So yeah, I didn't make a video last week. I was very busy. I was meant to, but didn't happen. I'm sorry. Anywho, we're back. It's Monday night. It's Monday night now. Eagles played yesterday, and we won. We somehow won. We beat the Redskins. Good game overall. I thought it was an exciting game. We didn't play necessarily well, but it was an exciting game. I was surprised. We were down 17-7 at some point. I'm like, this game's not going to end very well at all. Kirk Cousins made our defense look like terrible, utterly crap. It was terrible. We got annihilated. Their receivers, Garcon, Jackson even, and their running backs, Alfred Morris, they made our defense look like a pee-wee football team's defense. But yeah, what happened to our defense? We couldn't put any pressure on Kirk Cousins at all. He's a good quarterback, but we didn't pressure him once. I think like Foles had like 40 dropbacks. I don't think he was sacked at all, but he was hurried up like 25 times at least. So, and we didn't do anything to Kirk Cousins. Their O-line held the whole game. I think we got like one hurry, maybe, and he threw an incomplete pass. That was that. And then he threw one interception later on in the fourth quarter. If we want to be a legit team and people want us to take us seriously, we have to play better defensively. Our offense is working, but I'll get to that later. We blitzed and it didn't work. Their offensive line picked it up every time. Our corners, they aren't tackling well and they aren't covering well enough. We're playing too much. I don't even know what we're playing. I think we're playing too much zone instead of man. They ran these cross routes a few times and our guys got lost. Fletcher was burned a lot. He left Jackson wide open one time and Pierre Garcon a few times. Let's see what else. Kerry Williams, he played an alright game. He had a few nice tackles. He read a screen well and he got the tackle. But the two stand-up players on defense were Malcolm Jenkins with a pick. He played a great game. He was good safety back there to have. You can tell he's making his presence heard and showing that he's the captain and the leader of this defense, which is what we need. Boykin, he played a good game too. He got a few good tackles and he covered well. He played a good game. But apart from that, defense was terrible. We had Jackson in his first game back. Jackson in Philly, first game back in Philly, he got 100 yards and a touchdown, which is okay. You really want to keep him to like 0 yards and 0 touchdowns maybe, but it's not gonna happen. Cousins, I think, got a total of 437 yards, which is way too much. Mind you, he's a good quarterback, and Redskins are lucky to have him. I think he's the next solution for the Redskins. I don't think RG3 is a legit deal. They should have Cousins in there instead. But they're not my team, so I'm going to stay out of it. But there's a bit of a rumble, too. Jackson, he got tackled by, I think, Nate Allen. And then when he got up, he pushed Nate Allen away. Then Malcolm Jenkins came in and pushed Jackson, and then we got a flag. So, I don't know why we got the flag, but Jackson is, I don't know. There are a lot of fights in this game, but I'll get to that later. But defensively, if we want to be taken seriously and if we want to beat the San Francisco 49ers next week, we have to freaking cover the. We have to do everything. Our run defense was terrible, our pass defense was crap, and it's not going to work, and especially not in this league. Billy Davis, I don't know what you're doing, but we need a solution and fast. And fast. Sorry, I'm getting sick. But we can't do that. We have to get better. Season's well underway. It's week 4 next week, and we need to. We haven't played any really good teams this year. We played the Colts, and we just got out of that game. We played the Redskins, and we played the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we struggled in all 3 games. San Francisco, they have a killer offense, so they'll be our first real test of the year. Okay, I spent 5 minutes talking about the defense. So, offensively, we had a hell of a few. We've had a heck of a few. Our O-line struggled. I'm not gonna lie. First, Evan Mathis. Before that, Lane Johnson. He got busted for taking PEDs, performance-enhancing drugs. So he's out. He got suspended for 4 games. So he'll be back against the Rams. So he'll miss this week's game against San Francisco 49ers, and then he'll play back in Philly when we take on the Rams. So our right tackle's out, our starting right tackle. So we had a replacement right tackle. And then Evan Mathis was injured against Jacksonville. So we had to put in a new left guard or right guard, I think. Left guard, I think. So our two stars are gone. And then last game, Jason Kelsey, I don't know what happened. He did something to his abdomen. So he I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but he hurt his abdomen, so he couldn't play the rest of the game. So he was out. And then later on in the game, there's a big ass brawl where Nick Foles, he was under pressure. He threw the ball. It was picked off by some Redskins corner, and then it was called back because it hit the ground. But anywho, the guy picked it up, thought he got the interception. He ran for it. And out of nowhere, I forget what the Redskins defensive end is called. I think it's number 91, I think. No. 91's Kerrigan, so I don't know. He just completely knocked the crap out of Foles. Foles is a warrior. You can't take that away from him. He got knocked down several times last game, and he got up. He took a beating. And you can't do that in the NFL. You have to be able to protect your quarterback. So he got knocked down hard. It was flagged, but and then the guy ran out of bounds to stop the clock. Or it's not stop the clock, he ran out of bounds. And then there's a big brawl. Everyone was on the Redskins sideline fighting, pulling punches, throwing punches, and doing all sorts of crap. And then Jason Peters pushes a guy in the face mask. He gets flagged. Then the guy pulls Jason Peters' face mask. So it was a big brawl. A lot of heat. That was emotional, and it was a very emotional game, and it was just intense. So Jason Peters, he was ejected after that, and the Jacksonville Redskins defensive end was ejected too. So they're gone. So our O-line is pretty much left with Jason Kelsey, and that's if he comes back next game. So we'll see. Then, but apart from that, run game struggled. We have these second, third string O-lines that don't know they don't really have the chemistry with Foles and the running backs yet, so they're struggling. So the Foles played a great game though, but Shady and Sproles, they didn't play too well. The O-line didn't help cover. They didn't pick up blocks or anything, and it was just a mess. So we didn't get too many yards. I think we got 100 yards in total run game max, if that. But what impressed me today was the pass game. Last game we didn't pass too well. We had a lot of passes were overthrown, and I think the only threats we had was Ertz, Sproles, and McCoy. But this game was the other way around. It seemed like Zach Ertz, I didn't see him too much. He made a few good catches. Selleck wasn't there either. Macklin and Matthews, they played a hell of a game. Jordan Matthews, he got two touchdowns, 2 touchdown passes, his first 2 in his NFL career. So congrats to him. And then Jeremy Macklin, he got a touchdown pass as well. So that was towards the end of it. So after the first quarter, we got things picked up. We didn't even have the ball until 2 minutes left in the first quarter. So I don't know what happened. They just ran the ball really well, Washington, and they played a good game. But Jordan Matthews, he's the real deal. He's gonna have a great career, regardless of where he plays. So I'm looking forward to seeing him develop. And then Foles, he's the man. Got knocked down over and over again. He comes back up and throws a great game. He threw a couple of incomplete passes, of course. A couple were overthrown and one were to out and like, stuff like that. But it happens. And then so Washington took the lead early on their first drive, of course. And then on the kickoff, Chris Polk runs it back for a 104-yard touchdown. Kickoff return. That got us fired up. So we tied the game 7-7 at that point, and then we just tried to fight it. And then we just fought back and stuff like that. It was a neck and neck game. They score 7-14, and then they kick a field goal 17-7. And then we fought back, and then we led at the half 21-20. And then from then, I think it was Eagles all the way. First half was definitely Redskins. They dominated us. I thought they were going to win. I was sitting, watching the game, ordered wings, and drinking Budweisers with my buddy, and he's a Redskins fan, so I was like, oh my gosh, no, 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 no. So I was kind of pissed at that point. And in the second half, we just dominated. We made first downs. We stopped them on third downs. It was what we needed to do, so I'm glad that worked out in the end. So, but we just need to become better. The offense is working really well. Second year of having it in our system. Sorry, I'm tired. It's 2:30 here. I'm gonna watch the Jets Bears game soon, so and then I'm gonna head off to bed. But yeah, apart from that, there isn't really much else to say. I mean, offense played an okay game. We just need to get the run game going again. And just hope that goes well against the 49ers. The 49ers have really good defense, but their offense scares me, man. They have Colin Kaepernick for one, but he hasn't played too well this season at all. So, but I'm gonna make another video later this week. I will. But yeah, but apart from that, I don't know. But I don't know what you guys think, but I think we played a decent game. It was an interesting game. It was a really good game. It was interesting. 34-37 was the final score for the Eagles, in favor of the Eagles. We didn't even have any giveaways or takeaways, really. We had one takeaway, interception by Malcolm Jenkins. Great game by him. But apart from that, there aren't really any standout players, really, except for Nick Foles, and Jordan Matthews, of course. Just have to think about, just defense needs to get better. We need to start pressing the quarterback. There were several times where Kirk Cousins wait there in the pocket for like 8 seconds before he threw it to Garcon, and it was a complete pass. Then yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for now. But yeah, great game. I thought it was an exciting game. I was on my toes the whole time. And yeah, I'll see you later this week. Fly Eagles fly, go Eagles, and have a nice day, y'all.